Sensational Saturday. Welcome once again to the D Word for another exciting and life transforming edition. This is your host, Furley Almonte, also on behalf of Carolina Denhard. She's a divorce attorney, family law attorney, an international law attorney who always gets called on emergency. So that's where she is right now. But this I'm telling you, we are going to show up every single time delivering content that will change your lives and your businesses. Again, my name is Furley Almonte, and today I am joined by somebody we just met actually last week at the beautiful Divorce Dynasty photo shoot at the Monmouth County Jet Executive Center. And I'm telling you, he is just a force to be reckoned with. Very sweet and extremely wise, knowledgeable, and very empowering in every sense of the way. I got the chance to speak with him yesterday about what's happening in the real estate market, and I can't wait to share him with you. Ladies and gentlemen, finance. Actually, he is a finance banker with over 20 years of finance services experience, and his new zone of genius actually is in the mortgage industry. And actually, it's not new because all his life for over 20 years, he's been helping people already get money, you're right, to finance their dreams. So, ladies and gentlemen, Jimmy Joseph from Apex Home Loans.
Hey, how's it going, guys? How are you? How are you? Oh, I love what a great introduction, right? Oh my God, I'm flattered by the ambiance of who am I and what I do and what I can do to help clients. Thank you again for the introduction, Fairly.
You're
Yes,
welcome. Well, you're so well deserving because that's exactly the energy that you exude. And
thank
by the
you.
way, I love the color you're wearing.
Yeah,
All
it's
right,
something unique, right? Something's got to stick out, right? You got to grab the brand, right? You just got to go for it. Let someone know
just
I'm
do
that
it.
guy. Just do it. Yeah, just do it.
Just
Just
do
do
it.
it.
Actually, well, we're going to be talking today about what's happening in the real estate market and also in the mortgage world. And there's
Yeah.
nobody better expert to talk to us about it. What's happening?
What's happening is that we're in a situation where rates are at their historic lows, and so in other words, it's cheap to borrow money. We're seeing those who are buying and those who are looking to refinance, those who are doing whatever they want to do. It's giving them the opportunity to borrow more at a cheap cost, so therefore they can do certain things as far as settle debt, with this whole new work from life, renovate some of their basements, kitchens, whatever they can do to make their lives satisfactory in order to make sure that they're still employed and working under somewhat of these new conditions of work from home balance. So
Yeah.
interest
And
rates have been low and
when you
folks are
talk
taking
about
advantage
like
of it.
low rates, what kind of rates are we talking about now?
We're talking in some cases in the twos.
You're kidding me.
Absolutely. We're
Oh my
talking
goodness.
in
That
the
is
twos.
more money in their pockets.
More money in their pocket. Ask me how, I'll tell you where.
Is that your tagline?
No, it's just like I just go with the flow because I know what I can do, right? Because I bring a holistic approach on what I can do as far as your mortgage needs. Again, I'm always looking at it and where I can give you something that you didn't think you had, but I can show you how you can get it. And that's what I do as a mortgage portfolio expert. I'm your counselor to your needs.
Counsel to your needs. And I
Correct.
also like one of the things that you mentioned, holistic, because
Yep.
you don't hear that word being associated with mortgage. You hear that in the coaching world, but not in the mortgage. Talk to us about what does holistic mortgage provider mean?
Well, what it means is that I'm in your life, for good and for bad, right? I'm telling you what's happening with the market. I'm telling you if you have X amount of dollars, maybe this is a perfect time to do whatever you need to do as far as do an addition, settle some debt. I'm talking about you. I'm learning more about you and you're learning more about me. Holistic means we are a relationship. I want to go to your bar mitzvah. I want to go to your wedding. I want to go to a funeral. If something is happening in your life, I want you to think of me because I know in the end you need a shoulder to rely on and as far as your mortgage needs. And I want to be that person. So that's what I mean holistic. I take the entire approach and I brand it as my relationship because without you, there's no me. And therefore, we always want to make sure we want to maximize what we have and make the best of it.
Wow. You know what I love about it is basically you just put a heart and soul in the mortgage industry. And that's
Absolutely.
absolutely amazing. I love what you said, and I can relate very, very much so. Also, as a life insurance agent with living benefits, it's because it's all about relationship. Just what you
Absolutely.
say, like you go there to the funeral, you go to the wedding, any special events that happening in their life, you want to be a part of it, and that is absolutely beautiful.
Right.
There's something else that you said that that actually just triggered an idea in my brain. You know,
Sure.
with people working from home now, right?
Right.
And so now they need to create a space that will be more, that will be more conducive to working from home, having homeschooled kids. You need that space, and oftentimes you need money to be able to make renovations, right?
Yes.
So,
Absolutely. And it's especially now, right? Because we don't know what's happening. Some of us have older kids, some of us have younger kids. We just don't know. But as parents or single parents, we have to adjust with what we have. And that's where I come and I try to structure your finances through your mortgage and allow you to see what you can do. So then we can make sure you're not worried about that other burden, right? Because there's too much happening right now. This is something that has never happened. So I have to talk to you about it and make sure that that nerve, that anxiousness that is happening, I need to calm that down for you. So that's where my approach means when I mean holistic. I want you to be with me so I can make sure that I'm taking care of your mortgage needs. It's important. You have enough going on already, right? I have to help that.
yeah, like talk about counsel.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, yeah.
Well, tell me, what kind of challenges are you seeing in people right now who are obviously trying to get home loans? What kind of challenges are those?
One of the issues that are happening, and people talk about, "Oh, I can't get a loan." It's so for those who are self-employed, there is a challenge because now we need your P&L statement. We need to make sure that you're making money during these unprecedented time. So at times, underwriters are asking for more work because you got to keep in mind, mortgage is a paper. The goal is to sell it. If somebody is holding on to that paper and it's at risk, they don't make enough money. That means they can't lend to somebody else. Your mortgage is a bond. So in order to ensure that others get paid, they're going through many layers of checks. So that's one component of it. You will get the mortgage, you just got to show that you have enough. Those who are not making enough, that is a challenge, unfortunately, right? But we have to wait a couple of months or weeks, depending whatever's happening. That's where you and I are talking every time we put a plan together and structure a way where I can help you with that.
Now,
Um,
do you work Apex Home Loans? Do you are you an originator? Do you work with different lenders, or do
I
you?
am a direct lender. We issue you the money. The check comes out of Apex Home Loans. We're a direct lender. Yes, it does get sold on the secondary market. It depends on how good the paper is, but I am a direct lender. Yes.
So why would somebody work with Apex as opposed to any other, like a bank, for instance? What would be the difference?
That's a great question. The difference is Jimmy Joseph, right? Because it's simple, right? Because I'm controlling the process. I know what's happening with you. No, I know where I can go, what needs, who is what's happening as it relates to you, making sure that you get the loan. You're working with a bank. You're working with probably someone in Minnesota, Ohio. They don't know who you are. At 10 o'clock at night, my phone is ringing. I have to cater to your needs. I'm your concierge. I need to make sure that you're happy with what I'm giving to you. So therefore, I'm always available. Banks can't do that. As far as for those who are in the broker world, you don't know what's happening because you're giving it to somebody and you're praying and hoping that they come back with better answers. I have control. Sometimes the news isn't good. Sometimes the news is what it is. But at least you know I'm giving it to you head on and you know where your options lay.
That is absolutely beautiful. What typically would be a process? Walk us through the process of somebody, say, for example, a new homeowner.
Right.
What's the process?
Processes. So first thing is when someone's asking me, "Hey Jim, I want to get a mortgage." Okay. Why? Where? What are you thinking about? Because sometimes they don't get it, right? Google can only give you so much. So what I do is I ask them, where are you at with your credit? Where are you at with your assets, meaning your savings, investment, whatever vehicles you can use to liquidate your funds to put down on your down payment, and where are you with your comfort level with your monthly payments? A lot of folks will come in and say, I want to pay this, I can afford that. That's correct, depending on the municipality you live in and the town you're in, right? Because every town has different tax base. What it is
Right.
for South Jersey is different for North Jersey. So I'm just having a conversation, where's your comfort level? And then I bring you into what I feel like it's comfortable for you and where you can get approved to. And then we combine that information. And then now I give it to you through a video explaining where we got that number to that number and what your monthly payment is going to be moving forward. The only thing that changes in your monthly mortgage payment is your property taxes. That is something that we can never control, but that's the only thing that would make your mortgage change.
Very, very interesting. How about somebody who already has a house and they have
Right.
some equity in it? They're paying a lot higher interest. What is the process of about, say, for example, they are unemployed, but they want to go for refinancing, but they have equity?
That's a challenge, right? A paper is only good based on if you're employed. If you're unemployed, you will not get a mortgage, and it's unfortunate, but someone's not going to give you cash knowing that you're not working. It just doesn't happen that way, especially with what took place during the housing crisis. We have new laws now, compliance, Dodd-Frank, where if you're not making enough money for at least 2 years, you are unable to get a mortgage.
Mm. Now, so for those people that are going through that time of challenges right now, say for example, do you advise them? Say for example, in a couple of months they found a job, and would is that too soon, or do they need to wait a few months, a
Well,
year?
every case is case by case, and that's why you talk to a professional like myself, and we measure those cases to see where we can get you to the finish line, because the goal is for you to tap into something that you but we feel that you should have access to. Unfortunately, because of the circumstances, we have to wait. So we just make sure that we measure these by case, and then we take it, and then when that opportunity presents itself, that's when we move forward.
What do you tell people who go online and shop rates online?
It's deceiving, because someone is telling you something is free or something is at that price, but there's always these fine lines, and they're telling you if you put this down versus you buy this in points. I it's a clickbait, right? You're taking something, I see it, ooh, yeah, I'm advertising, I see them, I get it. It's branding themselves through the internet because folks don't understand. I always feel like you should ask as much questions as possible, because I'm going to exercise where you can go with your mortgage depending on your rate, which is very important, and the lifeline you want to be in the mortgage, right? Because some folks, they're probably in their fourth or fifth house. This is end all be all. Then you got other new homeowners who probably going to be in the neighborhood for about 4 or 5 years. So we just don't know, right? And that's what you're getting from Jimmy Joseph. You're talking to someone to counsel you on what you can do based on how much you have to make the best choice possible.
I love what you're basically saying. You are transparent, you
Right.
are of integrity, you serve the best interest of the client, and you don't
Correct.
sugarcoat. It's not a bait and switch kind of situation.
Absolutely not.
You're very honest in the way you're dealing with your clients, and that is absolutely phenomenal. Now,
Yes, it is. Thank you.
how can you give us like maybe three tips on how somebody could actually increase their chances of getting their application process more smoothly and also get approved?
It's three simple. Looking for a home, avoid running your credit more than 4 or 5 times. Let's stop that, right? If someone is telling you one thing, you are allowed to shop. However, you have to use judgment. If 12 people are running your credit, that means you're asking 12 people different things that maybe one did not approve you or the other did not approve you. It just looks bad. What you're doing when it comes to home shopping, you're asking questions. Then you're developing that relationship, whoever you're working with, myself or anybody else in the industry. And then you're asking yourself, do I trust this person to make sure I'm going to get the best I can with my commodity, which is my mortgage? And that's the answer that you need to make. But we work for you. I'm not supposed to do this. Like, it's a treasure for me to give you my knowledge to make sure you're getting the best service you can through your mortgage. And that's with anything, anybody you work with, even with yourself. Like, you're putting, it's an honor. You take it, you take that, you treasure it, and you make the best of it. Going back to getting your mortgage, make sure you're not running your credit enough. That was the first one. To make sure you have a comfortable enough money, assets, you have investments, you have vehicles where you can take money out to use as your down payment. And three, you just have to make sure you're working for over 2 years.
Yeah, say working over 2 years, make sure that you think that you're shopping for mortgage. In the meantime, it's actually harming you because you have too many people asking about you, right?
Correct. Correct.
Regarding your credit. So people have to be mindful of where you actually share your social security number for checking and stuff like that. And of course, the employment is very, very important there. Now, because we're going through the divorce dynasty, how do you see divorce impacting the mortgage? What kind of situations are you seeing for divorcing couples, for instance?
Well, it's not. It's uncommon. No one wakes up one morning saying, "I'm going to get a divorce," and therefore, depending on the relationship, some are handling the finances more than the other. So when it becomes a shock, that individual is now responsible for financing. He or she is like, "Wow, this is what's happening," and so you call Jimmy Joseph. Again. I come to your counsel needs as far as your mortgage, right? I speak to what you don't have or what you do have and make the best of it based on the settlements that you're going to get. And that's the conversations I'm having with a divorce lawyer, Caroline Dinhart, right? She's telling me this is what's happening, this is where they're going, this is what you can do to help make sure that we settle both parties as much as we can as far as the assets, their home. And it's difficult, but that's my responsibility to give them what they have, what they can do as far as get retaining the mortgage. Because remember, you have to remove the person's name off the deed now, so there's a lot of hurdles.
Yes, yes. That's why in the divorce dynasty, we work with different professionals. That's you'll be able to get the support that you need, the advice, the wisdom, on how to be able to navigate the world of divorce, so to speak, right? Now, do
Absolutely.
you serve? I know that your office is based in Monmouth County, right?
No, my office is where I'm a satellite office right now in Summit, New
Okay.
Jersey. My We operate technically out of Bucks County. It's
Oh,
in
okay.
Newtown, Pennsylvania, and we write the paper. Everything is done through Rockville, Maryland. That's where you get all the paper, you get all the compliance. Everything happens from there.
So you serve a specific demographic of people, like a specific geography, or are people from the West Coast, for instance, able to access your services?
We cover from New Jersey down. We cover from New Jersey to Florida. We cover a lot of states on the East Coast.
Okay, so you serve the East Coast. So,
East Coast, right?
if your property is based on the East Coast, you want to reach out to Jimmy Joseph because he's going to, you can very well see he's an advocate, he is a counsel, and,
Right.
and he's a friend. He's like this holistic coach to you when it comes to your mortgage and finances. Unbelievable. I was very impressed with my conversation with you at how knowledgeable you were. Um, you are actually.
Thank you.
Yeah, and because you have so much genius in you in being able to see things not just from a mortgage standpoint, but from a finance history of a person, and so you are able to see them in a very holistic way, so to speak. How do we reach you? How do we find a way to get your guidance?
Yep. My information's out there. So I do have a website. It's jimmyjosephmortgages.com. jimmyjosephmortgages.com. I'm also on Facebook, Jimmy Joseph. I also have an Instagram page, jimmy.mortgages. Also, my phone number, 718-812-7798. Again, cell number 718-812-7798. And when you put Jimmy Joseph, all you're going to hear is smiles, and I'm here to help you.
Jimmy, I have a question. So when they make that phone call to you, is there a fee involved in that conversation?
There's never a fee. The fee is everything that we talk about is all preliminary. We don't take no money. We don't ask anything of you. My counsel to you is your experience of getting a mortgage. In the end, when you feel like I've satisfied everything you are looking for, that's when fees are taken into place as far as the transactional part. But upfront, just to talk to me, there is no fee.
My goodness, you're thinking of refinancing or getting a home loan. What are you waiting for? The consultation is free, and you are going to get this incredibly amazing, heart-centered, service-driven guy who is going to guide you in every step of the way. I
Thank
know
you.
you as a person, as however short a time that we've known each other. I felt your heart. I see that you are being of service to others, and you cannot get that just from anyone, because this is not a guy who's just all about numbers. He's all about creating relationships and trust. And I hope that you would give him a chance or share his information with people you know who are going through this real estate market, fiasco right now, and uncertain of what direction that they're going to do. Jimmy, what a pleasure and what an honor to speak with you. And thank
Thank
you
you.
for sharing your light with others. Thank you for sharing your genius at Divorce Dynasty and being able to share this magnificent wisdom you have.
Thank you.
Well, I hope that this is not going to be the first interaction that we're going to have, because
It
I know,
should not be.
by the way, I did not mention that I'm also a realtor here in Ocean County. And now that I know you, of course, I'd love to be able to refer people to you so that they can begin to have some kind of clarity of what direction they need to take going forward with their home loans, right?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. And like I said, you've been a sweetheart, and when we talked about it, we are meshing as far as making sure our clients are getting the best of the best they can, right? So it's imperative to know that when myself and you are working together, clients are always making sure that we're going to have in their best interest.
Yes, be of service first.
Right.
Okay, give me your tagline before we go.
I stick to this. Make the best of what you have.
Make the best of what you have. That's about living a life of gratitude, right?
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
just, but you know what? The best is yet to come as well. But make sure that you always treasure what you have, count your blessings, work with what you have, and all the others we can help you with some way, somehow. All right.
Absolutely.
That's what we're here for at the Divorce Dynasty. Again, this is Furley Almonte from the D Word, thanking Jimmy Joseph from Apex Home Loans. On this incredibly beautiful Saturday. Until then, be grateful, live life fully, and also be kind to one another. Take care. Bye bye.
Take care. Have a good one.